Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Jason, and we are set up here for our Division A matchup tonight. One of a few matches, quite a few matches that we're getting tonight here for NGS, and Caster's doing a great job covering pretty much all of them at this point. But we got this one, Sky5 versus Gimme the D Shield. Let's go into those map bans real quick. Map tool provided by Weenus. We had Sky5 winning the toss and electing the let's see, Rexpa saying they elected to take first pick. So actually I have that backwards. This was a pick for Give me the D Shield. There we go. Nailed it. So yeah, map ban by Sky5 taking out Towers of Doom. Alterac Pass banned out by Gimme the D Shield, and then Dragonshire picked for our first map. And yeah, looks like both these teams are pretty much ready to go. Let the teams know. To give you guys a little picture of how these guys are doing so far in the season. Gimme the D Shield, coming off of the Thursday night showdown last week. It was a really thriller of a match versus Nobo Esprouts. If you guys haven't checked that out, I would highly suggest it over on the NGS YouTube channel. But they are currently 3-2 on the season, where Sky5 0-4 start. They are looking to bounce back here today. And actually, it looks like I have teams backwards, so we'll have to swap these boyos around. All right. Looks like right now we got 9 out of the 10 in lobby, so we should be starting up in just a few moments here. First map is going to be on Dragonshire, so of course heavy rotational map. Wave clear essential, and camp taking can be a really awesome advantage to be gained on this map. It can really get you a lot of advantage in those rotations, force your enemies to make predictable rotations to clear, give you that leg up in trying to get on these points. Well, looks like we have one too many in here. There we go. There's team captain Quan Finnegan on the other side for Sky5. All right. Be interested to see what exactly these teams look to draft here in game number 1. We've seen a little bit of variation as these massive patches come in, these balance patches. We've seen Azmodan falling off the meta quite a bit in the last week or so. We go on into Dragonshire for game number 1. On the left, Gimme the D Shield. Team captain Pandemona not here tonight, so they'll be subbing in, and Rexpa is going to be leading the charge. Meanwhile, on the other side, Quan Finnegan and the gang at Sky5, they're going to start off with the Orphea ban. She's definitely been somebody that's been very strong here in the early part of the NGS season. Very new hero in the game, very strong burst potential, pretty decent wave clear as well, so she's pretty much that all-arounder, but also a lot of teams just don't like to play against her because of how unpredictable her movement is. She's very elusive for a hero that, you know, doesn't have a whole lot of ability other than the dash off of the Q. So be interested to see as teams get more used to playing against her, exactly where her long-term role in the meta will be. But for now, Abathur banned out by Gimme the D-Shield, and Diablo going to be taken out by Sky5. So the Abathur ban's pretty interesting. This is definitely not his worst map. We do see him appear here. Any big 3-lane, heavy rotational map can be good for Abathur, but of course, no real hard objective that teams have to rotate to really allow Abathur to side soak, so he doesn't get quite the value on this map that he would on others, but the mines can be good for vision tool.
For the Horde!
Meanwhile, as Gimme the D-Shield bans out the Garrosh, we're going to see Sky5 pick up the Johanna, so heavy tank priority so far for Sky5, taking out the Diablo, making sure they get the one they want with the Johanna. Johanna's been good in the meta for a very long time. One of the most popular heroes, if not the most popular last season.
Vanquish the weak!
Just her wave clear and general point control can be very difficult to deal with. But on the other side, Rexpa going to pick up the patented mage. Going to go with Jaina. And Zlachio going to pick up Malfurion.
Anna checking in.
Meanwhile, Anna Kael'thas on the other side. So Anna's Eye of Horus is still banned out. So we're going to see the nano boost coming out from Abbott over there. Meanwhile, Furl picking up Kael'thas for now. Of course, they can still switch at the end of this if they elect to, but for right now, that's what we got. Kael'thas, of course, very good wave clear, and a pretty good follow-up potential to Johanna. You get a good condemn. You can empower your stun to hit up to 3, so it can be a pretty nasty combo if they do it right, especially post 10 with the Blessed Shield, as well as the Phoenix for that extra spread damage. Meanwhile, Genji and Sonya are going to be thrown out here. Give me the D-Shield banning Sonya. It's a pretty interesting ban. We haven't seen her in a while, but I have started to see her start to slide back into the meta a little bit in the last week or two. Though I really haven't seen many actual Sonya changes, or if they have been there, I've just glossed over them, I suppose. But as the meta shifts, sometimes heroes that aren't changed end up being empowered as well. So interesting to see the Sonya banned out. Gotta see what Gimme the D-Shield is going for here and what might Sonya shut down of that strategy. We will see the Anubarak and the Arthas coming out, so big beefy front line for Gimme the D-Shield, and kind of a common theme to their comp so far. CC for days at the moment. Meanwhile, Phoenix and Greymane coming out. Greymane's another interesting one that's been out of the meta for a while, but it's kind of, we're seeing him pop up a little bit more here and there. I will say this much though, the Greymane into the Arthas is an interesting pick. Normally considered a pretty heavy counter to Greymane, so we'll see how that works out for Apple Mike. Of course, Greymane, kind of that hybrid, can just hit from a range if that's the strategy you want to go with, so doesn't have to go in on the Arthas.
The wait is over.
And Cassia coming out on the other side. Again, pretty interesting comps. Very blow-up heavy. Rexpa actually going to switch over to the Cassia, so Sam Wise is going to be playing the Jaina. And looks like that's our comps. Pretty heavy wave clear on both sides. Good camp taking ability on both sides. I will say this much though. Gimme the D-Shield is a very scary comp in terms of how much CC and burst damage follow-up that they have. They are going to be able to isolate and kill just about anybody on the side of Sky5 if they are able to catch people out. Abbott on that Anna will have pretty good burst heals to try and counteract that effect, but I guess we'll see if it's enough as we're loading in to game number 1. This is, of course, a best-of-3 series, as all NGS matches are starting this season. pretty much a universally loved change for this season. So we'll see who can walk away with their share of these 3 points. Game 1 on Dragonshire. On the left, it is Gimme the D-Shield. Rexpa going to be playing the Cassia. Samwise on the Jaina. Bashing going to be playing Arthas. Nutster on the Anubarak. And Zlachio on the Malfurion. On the right, Sky5. We've got Abbott on the Anna. Quan Finnegan playing the Phoenix. Apple Mike playing the Johanna. Assad going to be on the...
5.
Oh wait, that's the Johanna. Apple Mike is playing the Greymane. And Furrow going to be playing the Kael'thas. As both teams are going to come on in to the mid lane. And we'll see which team wants to balk first over here. Assad is found down in that bottom right part of the triangle. The Bermuda Triangle of Hots, if you will. Sometimes you walk into that triangle and you do not come out. But right away, seeing the wave clear coming out from both sides, slight advantage to Sky5, but Rexpa positioning very aggressively in this triangle. Gonna ward away Sky5 and force them to make the long rotation down to the bot lane around the back end. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Phoenix versus Arthas is gonna be our solo lane matchup. We didn't talk much about the solo lane. It was going to be either the Greymane or the Phoenix. Both would have been acceptable picks, but I like this selection. Again, Greymane countered pretty hard. Quan Finnegan already doing a nice job against Bashing overall with the superior poke that he's got on that hero. And of course, Greymane very good at taking camps in the off lane, so you also get a little bit of benefit from that part of the exchange. Apple Mike rotating to the top. I'm going to be looking to see if he can help Quan Finnegan take out Bashing here. And they are going in on it. Furl also here misses the gravity lapse though. Bashing doing a nice job of juking, driving, and baiting that out. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, that's going to give Gimme the D-Shield the advantage to be able to take back the bottom shrine. And just like that, we will have a standoff to start off this matchup. Rexpa rotating to the top to cover for just a bit for Arthas. Bashing was on the B. Back some of that health in there. Bot lane 4v2. Members of Gimme the D-Shield not doing bad here, though. We gotta watch out. The sleep coming in. Condemned to follow up. The damage is here, and that is gonna be first blood. Going over to Sky5. That's all set up by Avid, and that very nice sleep dart there. Root just barely missing as Rexpa was here looking for the potential gank onto Quan Finnegan. But look at the push coming into the bot lane. Apple Mike going in, getting that tower. Zlachio trying to get the root out to try to discourage that. They do manage to push them back for the moment. Another sleep dart though to kind of help progress of Gimme the D-Shield, but it looks like for right now they will be taking this point. And now Bashing and Quan Finnegan going back and forth in the top lane. Samwise and Furl in the mid lane. Action all over the place on this map. But for right now, Quan Finnegan winning out, but gotta be careful. Samwise is here. Shows him the lane though. Furl's gonna take a ton of damage instead of seeing Samwise go up to that top lane. Meanwhile, down in bot, Sky5 gonna go ahead and recapture here. Apple Mike coming back down though. I think starting to settle out once again. 3v3 rages on in the bot. There's a lot of sustain on both sides here. It's gonna be a while before either of these teams are really enabled to be able to get an actual kill. Camps now available on every corner of the map. We'll have to see if either team wants to look to prioritize that to kind of break the stalemate a little bit. For now, Gimme the D-Shield does own both shrines, and Samwise is rotating to it, but Furl will be here in time to get the interrupt. It's a huge flame strike as well. The gravity lapse to follow, and Condemn gonna come in to help secure it. Second kill going over to the side of Sky5 as Samwise caught out a little bit overly aggressive. Trying to go for that Dragon Knight, but not quite able to get it in time. Very nice job from the members of Sky5 making him pay. Rexpa punishing Furl a little bit, but the turnaround is here. Apple Mike, Dark Flight's in. Get some nice damage out, but the members of Gimme the D-Shield have rotated to mid, looking to block once again this mid. Level 10's coming in relatively soon for Sky5. They also have the camp now pushing in bot lane, so lots and lots for Gimme the D-Shield to have to deal with here as they continue to try and anchor in mid and make sure that they can get the points back. They actually managed to recapture bot while also taking top here. Quan Finnegan and Bashing going to be going back and forth once again in the solo. Two v1 down in the bot lane, and Assad will continue that pursuit. Meanwhile, Dragonshire is ready to be capped, and once again, both mages have rotated to the top lane. Quan Finnegan very low. Gotta watch out as Samwise comes in. The port will be in time. Meanwhile, down in the bot lane, more fight breaking out here. And in the 3v2, we're going to see Gimme the D-Shield win that exchange as well. Quan Finnegan is back with all full shields up here. Samwise applying the slows, and now Quan Finnegan's got to watch out. The root comes out. Teleport is going to go out. Gravity Lapse actually misses, but Quan Finnegan barely makes it out alive. Meanwhile, in the mid, members are rotating to try and secure this. Rex, but diving in with that bend. Tons of damage on Apple Mike. And actually, it doesn't really absorb all that much from the towers in return, so good trade. Bashing on the flank, gets the root. Actually, misses the root onto the Kael'thas, but Rexpa does not miss. Great combo coming out, but the return damage is there. And it's a 2-for-1 exchange as they get the Greymane as well. Anna gets web wrapped, and Assad now in all kinds of trouble. And Anna's going to be in even more trouble to come out of this. The root comes down, and just like that, getting the D-Shield, putting their foot on the gas, getting themselves a 4-for-1 exchange in the mid. And now they'll be able to rotate to the top and look to try and secure this Dragon Knight. Also getting a lot of soak, grabbing camps. This is one of the biggest differences I see in some of the higher levels of play in the amateur scene and some of the lower divisions is just a quick response. As soon as they win that, each member knows exactly what they want to do. One member in the bot to soak, one member to get the camp, one or two to rotate up the top to try and get the point. They're all just so fast on the response to get their prize. With Rexpa out a little bit far, does exchange though with the Phoenix. And that'll be a 1-for-1 there. Meanwhile, Gimme the D-Shield continuing to reap the benefits of that one team fight from earlier. Nice root. I love the zoning root here. And that, of course, is the root talent before. It's gonna stack up more and more damage as you get those roots. So nice cutoff root and also stacking. Rexpa completing, or not, Samwise completing the level 1 talent there on the Jaina. Globes in. So we're going to have a little bit of extra percent damage. Quan Finnegan getting rooted as well, but That's just going to be the shields down. Those will come back. Well, meanwhile, Rexpa's in a good position here to try and get this, but Furl will get here just in time. I keep wanting to call him Phil. No, there's definitely an R in there. Oh, Apple Mike's in all kinds of trouble. Johanna dying in the bot lane as well. And is he going to make it? Apple Mike makes it out. Not enough mana from bashing to be able to finish that off while Johanna goes down in the bot and Rexpa and Furrow go back and forth in the mid. I needed like picture in picture in picture in for all of that. These guys are going all over the map. And but this time there will be no more stall. Finally, at the 10-minute mark, we'll see the first Dragon Knight coming out. Apple Mike is trying to get bashing, and Apple Mike's willing to commit for it. As soon as Sam Wise had rotated on, Apple Mike knew his life was forfeit. Might as well take the Arthas with me, he says. And does manage to get it. Meanwhile, mid-wall goes down over on the side of Sky5. And Rex are going to march this Dragon Knight right down to the bot lane. Kick does go out on the Phoenix to get the fort, and now they're looking to force more. Web Wrap goes down once again onto Anna, so no nano available, no healing available. And Kalthos is the first to fall. They are looking to turn this around, though, as Arthas is not here, but they get turned on once again by Gimme the shield. And Assad's going to go down as well. A 3-for-0 exchange. Give me the D-Shield. Winning the team fights big time at this point. And they're taking every advantage that can be given to them to go along with it. Members going to start rotating out for camps. I love the split. 3 different camps all at the same time as multiple members down on the side of Sky5. Eventually, Nutster is going to be scouted out on this, but this is the camp that they want last. They want to stack all 3 of these camps in the bot. And as Apple Mike comes in, it looks like for right now, Nutster's going to have to back off, but they would look to collapse on it after capturing those other 2. But you don't need all 3. 2 pushing here in the bot with all 5 members in level 16. That's going to get some work done. Rexpa's going to find this camp pretty easy to clean out. Meanwhile, the Siege Giants are going to come in just a little bit after this camp gets in. You can see, actually, the members of Gimme the D-Shield stalling it out. They're not clearing this wave. They're going to let the Siege Giants come in so that all of it hits the wall at the same time. Phoenix coming out, and Malfurion gets completely blown up there. Rexpa also taking a ton of damage. The Sabo will secure that kill, but Phoenix going to pay for that with his life. So it is a 2-for-1. Down the 16 talent tier. Jaina falls as well. Huge defense here for Sky5 as they are looking to turn this around. Camp in the top lane, also able to secure the top fort. Signs of life here from Sky5. Still searching for that first win on the season. What a boon this would be here in game number 1. Burrow checking that camp on the way up, but they gotta be thinking Dragon Knight here. Members rotating to mid as Kalthos steps onto top, and it looks like there's not much that Gimme the D-Shield is going to be able to do to stop this cap. Lachio coming in, but the sleep goes down, and Habit with very, very nice sleep dart to stall, and that'll be the second Dragon Knight. As long as that first one took to take, now we have Sky5 picking this one up pretty much instantly off the heels of that huge team fight defense in the bot. Now level 16's in for both teams, and we'll see how much damage Sky5 can do with this. The bottom lane already prepped a little bit. That one cannon tower in the on the bottom part of it was gone already from the wall. Fort is just getting chunked down by this Dragon Knight, but look on the flank, bashing going in deep here. We will see the Sabo coming out on the backside of that, though. But Kel'Thas goes down. Phoenix falls. And already the Dragon Knight just trying to help anybody try to escape this. But Apple Mike is caught in Bashing's Frost Aura there. And the rollout! He does actually manage to escape. And the members are tanking here in the mid, so what a defense by Gimme the D-Shield. Samwise also trying to finish off Abbott. Assad gonna discourage that kind of behavior deep in their territory. But that's gonna basically negate any real push from that Dragon Knight. Top lane stacking up a bit, but Bashing is here. And speaking of Bashing, what a flank that was on the back end. And, you know, of course, the Dragon Knight, a very strong sieging tool, but it's not a very good team fighting tool. It's not the Punisher by any means. It's actually pretty advantageous, especially with the heavy CC comp that Gimme the D-Shield has, for them to go ahead and take that fight when the Dragon Knight's out. Because what is the DK going to do? It's going to kick one member and throw out a little bit of damage, but nothing that Zalaccio can't handle for a little bit while they engage and kill. And here comes the engage. Sky5 looking to try and force before 20. Sabo is out, and Nutster is going to go down. Rexpa also getting very low. Apple might be able to roll out just in time. And man, is this a slugfest or what, ladies and gentlemen? Both these A Division teams going back and forth, hitting each other in the mouth. Bashing gonna hit Assad with that root. But they'll be able to walk away, and Anna showing exactly why she is one of the highest banned heroes in the game right now, with that incredible amount of healing. Level 20 is picked up by Gimme the D-Shield, but Sky5 got exactly what they wanted there. The 2-for-0 exchange before level 20. And right as these shrines were spawning, they're still going to play a little bit passive here, even in a 3v5 situation, because they want the 20 soak. I'm going to get the camps, they're going to soak out 20, and they should be able to have that 20 right around the same time that Gimme the D-Shield is back as 5 and are ready to make a play for this Dragon Knight. And I appreciate these teams giving me a little bit of a lull. I take it back, they're not giving me a lull. Quan Finnegan's in all kinds of trouble. Gets rooted to Sabo. Going to be canceled there by the death of Quan Finnegan. And oh boy, Gimme the D-Shield. They are coming in hot. And they're going to get the 3-for-0. Sky5. Oh, it hurts. What a bummer there. They were just about to get to 20. They got caught out in rotation there. And boy, Gimme the D-Shield did not hesitate to take that advantage. Camp pushing in top, but it's pretty, it's not really that big a deal for them. The death timers are really long here. I'm actually kind of wondering, with all the siege damage that they would have from Jaina, if they couldn't just take this straight to core. It's only an Anna in defense. They're going to get the keep, and they're not going to look for any more. It looks like they are going to go ahead and walk away. I do like this play as well, both totally valid. They would have probably had a good 15, maybe even 20 seconds with the Jaina damage onto that keep, or onto that core. Jaina had been buzzsawing through the keep with them. But this is definitely safer. I would call this the more surefire way to try and finish the game and get a more reliable win condition. They're going to just get the dragon, march it through that exposed bot lane. They do, however, give Sky5 the opportunity here, 5v5, to fight him in the mid. And we've seen these team fights go back and forth. But I like the patience here from Gimme the D-Shield. They're not forcing. They're going to let Arthas get down from the top here, and Bashing's going to go around the long way. That's a smart play. Not going to give them the chance to get him caught out. And they're going to wait. They're actually they're just stalling it out. They know they've got 3 camps pushing in the bot lane, and now the Kel'Thas has shown they know they can force in. Can they get a sod, though? They're looking for the pick. So much CC coming out. They're even going to pop the ball lightning to make sure Indestructible does go out. But a sod just constantly slowed, constantly stunned and brutal. Apple Mike's also in all kinds of trouble here. We've got Ana in the cocoon, and well, that's not going to work out well. And the patience coming out from Gimme the D Shield, they are dominating right now.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
And again, with that team fight win, now they can really look to just secure this map, secure the Dragon Knight, and with 3 members down, I just don't know that Sky5 has the tools to defend against this.
I tried to save this realm. Now it burns.
4 of the members will be up, but no healer going to be available as the members of Gimme the D Shield march through the bot lane. Dragon Knight is on the way. And at 20 minutes, this Dragon Knight is just going to chunk the core. Phoenix does come out. Juan Finnegan stepping forward is going to go ahead and hit Savo. Coon goes down onto Apple Mike. They're meaningful for burning down the Dragon Knight, but it does not matter. They can't make it to the Dragon Knight through this front line, and that's going to be a very strong start to this matchup for Gimme the D Shield. Back and forth matchup, but a couple late team fight wins, and Gimme the D Shield is going to pick up the first game of this best of 3 series. Rexpo with those patented numbers. One of the premier players here in the Nexus Gaming series, regardless of what team he's on or division he's in. 82k damage. Just leagues above anybody else's damage numbers. Though Sam Y is actually pulling quite a bit as well. So it's a lot of pretty easy follow-up damage off the heels of Arthas and Anubarak. So much stunning power. Take a look at these builds for you guys, give you guys an idea of what they were going for on this matchup. And as we set up game number 2, I'm going to go to a quick break. I want to thank you guys all for stopping by and watching. We'll be back with game number 2 in just a few moments. Alright, and we are back setting up the lobby right now for game number 2. I was so rude, I forgot to introduce my co-caster, Ysera. She's a little quiet, but she does enjoy the pretty lights. Let's get back into the map screen here. Updated now with the correct teams on the correct side. Give me the D shield. Electing to pick up Tomb of the Spider Queen here as Sky5 once again electing for first pick, first ban in the second matchup. Tomb of the Spider Queen, of course, one of the more popular maps here in NGS. I've put it right up there with Infernal Shrines for some of the most picked for as long as I've been around in the league. Very rotation heavy map, wave clear, massively essential. And of course, any kind of vision control you can have to try and deny these turn-ins, poke, can be very effective on this map. And we'll see what these teams put together for it. Give me the D shield up 1-0 after that. Just back and forth slugfest. It looks like everybody is ready. So why don't we get on in to game number 2. Just as soon as Rex was ready to hit the button, there it is. Alright. Definitely one of my favorite maps to play on in this map rotation we have. Pretty much identical to the ranked rotation here in NGS, minus Brax's holdout. Alterac passed the new ad, but we've seen a lot of teams banning that out. But we have seen a couple matches on that new map. Pretty interesting to see teams form strategies for that. I saw the other day in a cast, I saw a very effective Vikings played on that map, but we do see once again Orphea going to be banned out here by Sky5, so they are just saying hashtag nerf Rexpa. I think they must have watched that Thursday Night Showdown last week and didn't want to see any more of those shenanigans coming out. This time Diablo going to be banned out though by Gimme the D shield, beating Sky5 to the punch on banning out that hero. Pandemona looking on, cheering on Gimme the D shield. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching. Kael'thas going to be banned out here by Sky5, so they don't want it this game, but they also don't want to see it in the hands of either Rexpa or Samwise. Can't say as I blame them. Kael'thas pretty strong on this map with his wave clear ability. Also takes great advantage of the easy rotation from top to mid to get globes and finish that level 1 quest very quickly. And Johanna going to be banned out by Gimme the D shield, so Garrosh will now be available, but they instead are going to decide to prioritize the Jaina, so Gimme the D shield prioritizing the tanks, Sky5 prioritizing the mages. I mean, you know, back in the 2015-2016 days, we'd see a lot of Jaina first picks, but I don't know. It's good. It's good to see her back. Meanwhile, Gimme the D shield gonna elect to take the Garrosh, and Rexpa gonna pick up his Gul'dan here. Again, could be switched over to Samwise. They can always swap at the end of the draft period, but we'll have to see. Rexpa very effective last game on Cassia, but also plays those mages pretty well. Meanwhile, Rhaegar and Varian going to be picked up for Sky5, and of course the Varian doesn't really give away anything. This could be Taunt Varian, could also be. We've seen a lot of Windblades recently in NGS. And I've been seeing it everywhere in Team League. Everywhere. Put Pandy in. Well, you know, she's I think I was told she was out of town, so I don't foresee that happening. Unless you got some good Wi-Fi out there somewhere. I don't know about you guys, but I've never found a good Wi-Fi connection that can support this game out in the wild, out in the world. Gotta have a good wired connection for this one, but Anubarak and Anna gonna be banned out. So this time, Sky5 looking to apply the healer chokehold on the back end of this draft. And Gimme the D-Shield, calling that Varian not a tank. Take out the Anubarak. Two more picks coming up here for Gimme the D-Shield. What do they want? I'm going to go ahead and pick up their support here and the Stitches. So now two really strong isolative tools for Gimme the D-Shield between the hook and then, of course, the throw into Groundbreaker for Garrosh, or vice versa. Now, Stitches, of course, is a capable solo laner. Has good self-sustain and amazing wave clear. So this doesn't necessarily have to be their 4-man. Stitches can still go into the lane in bot. But Quan Finnegan has a pretty good solo laner to counter that. So it does look like Varian will be the tank. And Tyrande going to be picked up as a second support. So double support comp. They are looking to put everything into that one kill over on the side of Sky5. Taunt with the Lunar Flare follow-up, Hunter's Mark, Jaina Burst, and Malthael probably going for that last fight. And Sam Y is going to pick up the Alarak as the last pick. So again, you know, that kind of displacement style. I will say this much though, I feel like Gimme the D-Shield has picked a much higher burden of execution style comp because it's got to be very coordinated. So easy for multiple members of Gimme the D-Shield to try and use displacement and end up messing up the other one's displacement, if you will. But if they coordinate it well, it's going to be very difficult to counter what they've got going on. And this is a division. Gimme the D-Shield, very successful team thus far this season, so I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying I wouldn't do it. But who am I? I'd be interested to see them use these combos. They don't have a ton of damage off the back end of these isolative tools either. The Gul'dan, you know, not exactly well known for burst. Stukov, of course, with the lurking arm is a good follow-up, but we shall see.
Prepare yourselves. The battle
Go into game number 2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. On the left, Gimme the D-Shield. Rexpa gonna be playing the Gul'dan. We've got Samwise on the Alarak. Zlachio gonna be on the Stukov. Nutster on the Garrosh. And Bashing gonna be playing the Stitches.
battle begins in
On the
10
right,
seconds.
Sky5 looking for the reverse sweep in these next two matches. We're gonna have Abid playing the Tyrande, Assad playing the Varian, Apple Mike on the Rhaegar, Furl gonna be playing the Jaina, and Quan Finnegan gonna be on Malthael. So right away, Sky5 rotating up to the top lane. That's not exactly where I wanted to go, but there it is. We're going to see if anybody rotates up here. The question is, how hard are they going to commit to this? Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't think they were going to full commit to it. They don't want to miss this mid-wave. And now Rexpa, in company, looking for the isolation. They find it on to Assad. And again, the nice pull-in. But Assad able to kite around and give just enough room for Abid to get in there with some healing. Both teams will walk away. First, Bloodless. And right now, Sky5 being very passive. definitely don't want to get swallowed up by this just isolation comp that they have here. Pearl, though, going in a little bit too far, does get tugged in, but Abbott with a very nice Lunar Flare to keep Nutster back. Apple Mike now diving in, too. Sky5's got to be very careful here. Before level 4, Varian is not a real hero. You even see that, the charge and the Lunar Flare follow-up, but without the taunt, they just don't have the tools to be able to get kills here in the top lane. But Gimme the D-Shield is already online right from level 1 in that regard. Quan Finnegan going to actually rotate down to look to grab the camp here in that solo lane. As Stitches catches up on the wave clear. He's actually going to rotate up here. See if they can find somebody. There it is, the hook. That looked like it might have been lined up right to hit Furl, but Sam Wise pulling him there with the telekinesis. It's just one example, but that's what I was worried about. A little bit of counter synergy, but we'll see if they can clean it up later in the game here. I'll tell you this much, one kill or not kill at this point in the game does not make or break a win. So Malthael, though, is falling in the bot lane as Gimme the D-Shield rotates in, and Samwise and Bashing gets the kill down there. Pearl gonna rotate down for the soak value. Oh, and Gul'dan going down in the top lane. So nice exchange there. 1-for-1 to start off. But First Blood does go over to Gimme the D-Shield. Both teams are now level 5. Samwise still hanging out here in the mid while the battle rages on in top. Quan Finnegan is back in town. Both teams rotating to the mid. Taunt has been picked up by Assad. Silence coming out to slow the telekinesis. Samwise getting low. The taunt goes out. And Alarak will fall. Zalaccio also going to go down. And Sky5 rotating as 5 to the mid. Getting a ton of value out of it. They pick up with 2 quick kills. Meanwhile, Bashing turning in the bot lane. Furl just a little bit too late to scout that out and look to goaltend. Rexpa stepping out just a little bit. Oh, and Assad wanted it. He did end up going in. But a little too far. A little too far for him to full commit to it. Meanwhile, both teams looking to score turn-ins at this point. It's a pretty big turn-in for the side of Sky5, though. Going to be just 8 short now. They're doing a nice job of keeping tabs on these. As the hook just barely not finding its mark there. Nice double Lunar Flare coming in from Abed. We've been seeing some good Lunar Flares to start this game off. And that Owl is going to be invaluable on this map. Not just for the vision for the rotations, but also for that nice ranged interrupt. Sam Wise rotating up. Oh, Zalaccio walking right in towards Varian. They decide to decommit to it, but Gul'dan's in the top lane. And Rhaegar is just a scant half a lane away here. It could look to force, but right now they're just on the stall. They know they've got all the range to poke. Oh, but the hook in onto Furl after that combo from Samwise. Furl's going to go down. Samwise low on the backside of that, but 2 members in the top lane. Massive hook there from Bashing. Follow up that telekinesis, and that is exactly how they want to do it. But they still have all these isolative tools. So we will see the blue team coming in. Meanwhile, Quan Finnegan getting low. Rex getting low as well. Apple Mike will finish it off with that butt bite, but no way. No. Okay. I was about to say, there's no way he makes it out of this. But he almost made it out twice. I mean, doggy can run. I'll give him that. First turn in the game going over to Gimme the D-Shield. as both teams level 9, about a level away, but this is going to give Gimme the D-Shield a serious advantage in that race to 10. But Sky5 will be close behind in picking up their level 10, so I don't expect it to affect too much here in terms of the ability to turn in or the ability to push. But that might, as Quan Finnegan gets that combo. On the back end, though, Assad going ham after Rexpa. You see the toss away there from Nuts. They're looking to just peel a little bit, and that is going to be the peel. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, just kind of uncontested, is this Web Weaver getting a little bit of work done. Level 10's come in for Gimme the D-Shield, and soon after, will be coming in for Sky5. The only real difference here is the gem count now. Though not that big a difference. Not as big as you would expect from a team that just turned in. And they have almost enough. And right now, Sky5 prioritizing grabbing the mid camp, so they're not going to be looking to capture the turn in anytime real soon. But Gimme the D-Shield is going to take advantage of this at least long enough to go ahead and go ahead and turn in a lot of their gems. Get rid of that risk. Down here in the bot, things are heating up. Quan Finnegan's got the turn. Will cap it. Huge ring coming in off of that taunt, and Stukov is going to fall. Sam Wise gets chunked by that last right. Do they have to finish? They do. Quan Finnegan, though, gets tossed over the wall, but will be able to port back to the other side. Oh my goodness. And now, this is worst case scenario here in the mid game for the side of Gimme the D-Shield. They are down 3 members. Taunt coming in onto Nutster to make it 4. And the Web Weavers are pushing in at the same time with this camp in the mid, and Sky5 coming out swinging here in game number 2. A lot of these quests are almost done as well. 28 on the Lion's Fang talent. There's the quest for Pearl, getting that 20th globe. Meanwhile, a ton of damage coming into this mid wall. A lot in top. Stitches is dealing with that push though. See the 4v5, but again, Quan Finnegan gets tossed. That's not really the target we want. Again, he's able to just keep a level head and port back out the 4-5. Well, actually does find the mark onto Toronto, but a massive Ring of Frost coming in from Pearl. And that's going to end up picking up the counter kill. Last Rice is going to help secure Sam Wise, but Quan Finnegan's in a little bit too far, and now it's a 2 for 2. And both teams are going to look to walk away, but I don't know if Assad is going to be able to make it out of here. There's just so many tools. There it is. The hook comes in, and Nutster is going to have to toss. Follow it up. Rexpa trying to deal damage without putting himself in too risky a situation, and they do get the kill onto Varian. We're going to guard those gems, and just one more pick. But meanwhile, again, in the top and bottom lanes, massive waves developing. Rexpa should be able to deal with this pretty well. Wave clear is just insane on Gul'dan. All those poor spiders, man. Rexpa basically qualifying himself for a exterminator license there. While Furl trying to do what he can to zone out here, Zlachio will end up getting the turn. Well, actually, I don't know if it was him. He might have actually been bashing down in the bottom. Either way, Blue Web Weavers will be coming out once again for Gimme the D-Shield, but Nutster's not going to be around to see him, at least at the start. Nice response here from Sky5. And without Garrosh, should be a pretty easy clear for the side of Sky5. They send Jaina to mid though, so they're going to get the 4v4 under the Web Weaver and in this massive wave. Rex getting kind of low, does manage to get the Horrify out. And is that going to be enough? Yes, Malthael is going to go down. Zlachio shoving. Huge shove out there onto the Varian. Apple Mike does manage to hit the Ancestral. For now, it looks like both teams are going to walk away with just the one kill onto the Malthael. But again, an even fight while the Web Weavers are pushing is going to, or a close to even fight, I should say. It ended up being a long-term 1-for-1 there after the Garrosh went down. So that's advantage to Gimme the D-Shield while these Web Weavers are up. Sky5 will be able to still rotate down, clear the bot. Top fort goes down, and Gimme the D-Shield is here. We're going to see two members in the bot. Will the side of Sky5 be able to rotate here fast enough? They scouted out with the Owl. You see they're only about halfway done, and yeah, Gimme the D-Shield is going to say no thank you. They're going to look to try and get an isolated kill, but Bashing denied by the wall there. Level 16 right around the corner from Sky5. They are still in the driver's seat in this matchup. Rotate around. They've got about the same amount of gems overall. Bashing, though, being caught out here, taunts, and the last rites just to make sure. It's going to be another pick. 12-7 right now in the kill count. Apple Mike actually gets tossed in. The taunt comes down, but another massive ring on the front end. Zlachio is able to push Varian out once again. But Sam Y is getting so low. The butt bike from Rhaegar and Ancestrals himself just to make sure. Quan Finnegan actually doesn't have the port out this time after Mestre throws him in. So it is going to be a 1-for-3 exchange, but you still take that if you're Sky5. No turn-in available. They can definitely clear out these lanes and to at least get some map pressure and some extra vision power. And after that camp take, they'll be able to clear that out for free in the mid. And they are going to go on boss. I was wondering if they thought they would have enough time, especially now with the rotation of Gimme the D-Shield, though. Whether or not they know it, this is a completely safe play. They're not going to have a lot of extra burn on this as well. Apple Mike definitely no slouch in that department on Rhaegar. Now Bashing does see this. They have scouted it out. Both comes out. They're not going to be here in time. At least two of the members are going to be late on the rotation. So is Malthael. Ice block though by Pearl. And Hook not quite finding its mark there. Oh, no, not the Hook. Something else. Anyway, Nutster's going to end up falling here to the last rights. Ring not finding its mark, but they also missed the massive shove on the other side. And Zlachio's in a lot of trouble. Horrified to try and zone for him, but the boss is marching in this top lane, and Zlachio is going to be porting on back to the Hall of Storms, but it's going to take him a bit. Probably too long to try and save this one. I think Sky5 sending us to a game number 3 as Rexful falls. Bashing getting very low. The taunt comes out, and he's gonna make it. He makes it back to the Hall of Storms. However, we are still seeing the boss with a catapult here, crushing through the top. Burrow receiving the Ancestral. Samwise trying to do what he can. Are they gonna finish here? Still 5 seconds on the Stukov, even longer before they have all 5 up. They're looking for kills instead of looking for core damage. I like that call. If they can secure a few kills, they can definitely win this game. But the members are getting low here. Sky5's got to be careful. Zlachio once again going down. Score has fallen to 73, but the health bar is so low on the side of Sky5. Garrosh and Jaina both fall. 4v3 as the boss is gone. Malthael falls. Huge hook onto Assad. And Varian falls. And the defense is good for Gimme the D-Shield. Core surviving with 73% health. They'll be able to clean up the mid. And just like that, Gimme the D-Shield back into this game. You'll see the members of Sky5 dumping their gems away. Both teams will be up with an opportunity here for another chance to win this one. See Assad starting the camp here. Both supports actually end up winning. Kind of ironic. Neither team having enough for a turn-in at this point, but both teams dumping gems just to get them off. You know, you don't want to make sure you don't need to drop any of those later if you end up losing the team fight. Give me the D-Shield rotating in. They are going to find Apple, Mike, and Abed over here. So the members are coming back. Look at Sam Wise just getting jumped. The Counter-Strike comes in, but Furl with a surprise over the wall there with that Ring of Frost. Like, oh, huh? I mean, if Alarak's going to root himself with that, the timing on that was impeccable. Rexpa also in all kinds of trouble. Furl has found him out. The slow comes down, prompt to follow. And just like that, Sky5 turning it around, 3 kills, and now they can just march it right onto the core. And I think I said it earlier, that might be it. I think this is definitely going to be it. Game number 3 incoming soon, ladies and gentlemen, as Sky5 looking to capture their first map win of the season. Lachio gonna go down. And the core soon to follow. Storm Shield's gonna get popped just for the heck of it. And the hook actually finding its way out to Furl. Yeah, they might as well try and get themselves one more kill on Stitches. What the heck? Samwise coming in with the combo. And that is going to be it. 4 falls to 0. And game number 2 belongs to Sky5. Game 3 hype, boys. So pretty back and forth once again, much like game 1. This time it's Sky5 that wins these late game team fights. And, you know, the stats, sometimes they're just not that clear. You know, you just can't really depend on them much. And who cares about talents? You know, it's not really that big a deal. Know this guy. I'm a little too busy for Team League. Alright, so we are just going to go ahead and go to a quick break before game number 3. Don't go anywhere. This is bound to be a good one. These teams are machines, ladies and gentlemen. What are breaks? This is my favorite quote from the lobby chat. But we do have Gimme the D-Shield electing... Oh, actually, I clicked that totally wrong. If this was a double blue win, we wouldn't be going into game 3. But either way, let's just go on and get into the draft. Give me the D Shield. Electing for first pick, first ban. Sky5 going to take us to the map that I've casted the most games on by far, Infernal Shrines. I don't know about you guys, but I see this one all the time. Well, let's get hyped here for this Game 3 matchup. Now, what a match this has been so far, ladies and gentlemen. It has been back and forth in both matchups. Sky5 scoring their first map win of the season on that last map there on Tomb of the Spider Queen, despite me not quite getting the map tool right. And Anubarak going to be banned out here to start this off by Gimme the D Shield. Not wanting to see that side-soaking shenanigans from Abathur. It's definitely a good map for it. And Orphea going to be banned out on the other side once again. You know, Rexpa's just too powerful on that hero. I don't blame him at all. I would ban it out, first ban every time. It actually wouldn't take me that long. I'd be like spam clicking the button just to make sure. We'll have to see if there's still that priority on the tanks here from Gimme the D Shield. Last time electing to ban out the Johanna. This time we're going to take the Tyrande out of the equation. Lunar Flare's too strong that game from Abed. Saying no thank you to that one. And that double support comp worked out pretty well. Still a lot of damage and a lot of wave clear. I think Rhaegar is kind of a hidden gem in the meta right now that people are starting to discover. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll get nerfed again soon. And Diablo going to be the ban out from Sky5. So still leaves up Anubarak, Johanna, and Garrosh. Let's see which one Gimme the D Shield wants. They're going to elect for the Johanna. Still leaves those two others open though. But I do like Gimme the D Shield at least getting their pick of the litter. Garrosh and Jaina going to be picked up. So once again, Furl going to be coming in. Some massive rings that last game. So not at all surprised to see him picking up that one once again. Meanwhile, Garrosh not finding success in that last matchup for Gimme the D Shield, but I don't think it was specifically because of the Garrosh. Meanwhile, we do see Lucio and Hanzo coming out for the side of Gimme the D Shield. Now, of course, Rexpa also very, very skilled on the Hanzo. We've seen a lot of those just insane plays with him on this hero over the years. Over the multiple seasons that he's been here in the Nexus Gaming series. Meanwhile, Malthael going to be the ban out for Sky5. A natural counter to Garrosh with that last rites going right through the armor. And that, of course, is so important for him to survive at those low healths. And the Ana going to be banned out once again here by Gimme the D Shield. I believe they banned that last map, if I'm not mistaken. Two picks coming up here for Sky5. Malfurion's still on the table if they want to have another easy follow-up. But they're going to go back to the Rhaegar well. They don't have the Tyrande, so unclear whether there's going to be another healer pickup for Sky5. They could go back into that double support style with what they have now. But the Sonya, a very interesting pickup. We saw that banned out earlier by Gimme the D Shield. Now, of course, the blinds from Johanna and the Condemn, pretty good counters to Sonya. Can stop a lot of the damage, and the Condemn can stop the Whirlwind. It's Raynor and Imperius coming out. So again, kind of focused a little bit on the CC, not quite as hard as the rest of the series. But with the Joe Condemn into Blessed Shield, Imperious on that front end with the spears, Hanzo with the arrows. They've got quite a lot of CC to the members of Gimme the D Shield. Now there's quick rotations with Lucio. And Stukov picked up 4 Sky5, so they are going to elect once again to utilize that Rhaegar more as a bruiser damage second healer than the main healer. And Abid is going to be on the Stukov. I definitely like the comp coming out from Sky5 in this matchup. The Garrosh blow-up potential is pretty huge. Give me the D-Shield. Their comp's going to be good on this map, though. Hanzo, very good at clearing the waves. So Sky5 is going to have to look to rotate early and often. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult to wrestle away these shrines from the side of Gimme the D-Shield with how much wave clear and poke potential they have to try and steal away these minions. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Here in the Division A, Gimme the D-Shield, Sky5, Game 3. It's going to be on Infernal Shrines. On the left first, we've got Gimme the D-Shield. We've got Bashing, throwing out the taunt onto Imperious, doing the limbo. We've got Nutster on the Johanna. Rexpa going to be playing the Hanzo. Zlachio going to be on the Lucio. And Samwise going to be playing the Rainer. Meanwhile, on the right, Sky5, we are going to see Assad playing the Garrosh. Quan Finnegan going to be playing the Sonya. Abid going to be on the Stukov. Furl once again back on the Jaina. And Apple Mike going to be playing the Rhaegar. Not that one. There we go. We got it. Sorry, I'm having to reach around my co-caster here. And Sarah, dead asleep on my arm. But we will see, for the moment, rotational advantage for Sky5 as they rotate on down. They're actually just going to leave Apple Mike to soak in the mid lane. It's going to force Gimme the D-Shield to get down here quickly to soak up the bottom. And just like that, these concept of 4-man rotation not happening. And I like that kind of unorthodox rotation here early from Sky5. When you look at... wow, that Q just barely missing Furrow. But when you look at what Gimme the D-Shield has with the Lucio speed, Sky5's at a natural disadvantage for the normal 4v4 rotation on this map. So Sky5 just not even going to play that game. They're just going to stay out in lane and just look to get what they can without enabling that Lucio. Meanwhile, Samwise, quite a lot of damage to Assad there. Abid does rotate down and we'll get the healing going. Right now, pretty big wave clear advantage here in the bot. Especially if Pearl's not looking to get that out. And they're actually going to miss a little bit of the XP here from this bottom wave. Let's see which team pulls the trigger first. And of course it's going to be Gimme who pulls the trigger first on grabbing these camps. Meanwhile, in the bot, Furl maybe looking at starting it, maybe not. Now, of course, Gimme the D-Shield can rotate on these at any point very quickly, so Sky5's the ones that are going to have to be careful about when they do these map timings early. Meanwhile, Quan Finnegan just shoving, bashing in the top lane. As we see level 4s coming in from both teams. Furrow will get started on the camp, but gotta be careful. Rexpo will scout this out. And yeah, Furrow looking at maybe leaving here, but Samwise appears. And that is going to be first blood going over to Gimme the D-Shield. Assad, though, is actually going to be able to toss Nutster in, but of course that iron skin available to waltz right on out. And that's going to be camp stolen away here by Gimme the D-Shield as the bottom shrine will spawn. Apple Mike's in a lot of trouble here. Rex will actually try and get a little bit of damage in. And they have Sky5 zoned here. This is not what you want if you're Sky5. Between the Gimme and, you know, Rexpa on the Hanzo, there's tons and tons of weight here to condemn from Nutster. They've already got a nice little lead. You can see Sky5 not going to sit on it. He's going to rotate in. And one thing I haven't discussed yet, of course, is the Sonya. One of the strongest, if not the strongest, Shrine Clear will be second only to Kerrigan. So if Quan Finnegan can get onto this point, he's quite a lot of value off of Whirlwinding in this area. The both teams kind of playing the push back and forth. But Gimme the D-Shield way ahead on the Shrine Community at this point. There's no way they're going to steal this back. And that is it. The Arcane Punisher coming out here for Gimme the D-Shield will be the first Punisher of the game. And Assad is going to get jumped on here. In all kinds of trouble. The Condemn will secure it. John Cena getting a second kill here for Gimme the D-Shield. And just like that, they're going to be pushing in pretty hard with this. Now, of course, you don't get a whole lot of extra siege damage from Rexpa on the Hanzo. It's the one weakness of Hanzo, but you can see him just focusing on the heroes instead. Apple Mike, so low, will be scooped up there by that scatter arrow. And besides, that, you know, the siege damage, that's what they have the Punisher and Gimme for. That'll provide plenty of siege. They will secure the bottom fort. And just like that, Gimme the D-Shield coming out strong here in game number 3 to get this matchup started. Up in the top lane, Quan Finnegan starting on the soak down in the bottom. 3-man team to secure the bottom camp. Ooh, and Imperious falls in the mid lane. Furl able to secure that one. So first kill of the game for Sky5 as they look to stabilize the map a bit. Gimme the D-Shield looking to paint the map blue, and Apple Mike marching in here, but nice into the fray by Assad to scoop him on out. They zone. Quan Finnegan going in and spinning away though. The blind does come out, however. For now, they will look to walk away. Put out the bottom lane, Pearl down here. He's having a bit of trouble getting glows so far this game. Between the rotations, being messed up in the early game, then the map objective. Only 11 so far here in the first 6 minutes. Not doing too bad, but not on pace to finish it anytime real soon. Hanzo also 12 right now on the scatter arrow count, so kind of a rough quest to finish on this map with so many different angles to the different surfaces on this map, as well as just the massive amount of stuff that'll get in the way. But he did get 3 of them right there. Closer to finishing that off. Meanwhile, Quan Finnegan's got to watch out. Samwise rotating up. Bashing not quite finding the mark there on that spear. Rexpo gets started on the camp, and both teams right around the corner to level 10. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a leap Sonya. Gotta love it. Set up for ring, perhaps? That's what I'm thinking. Leap into the Warlord's challenge, into the ring. Right now, Furl is holding, but with the heroics they've got so far, I just can't imagine. And of course, Avid's gonna have to be very careful with that flailing swipe. That's got some anti-synergistic potential written all over it right there. Pretty standard overall, and there is indeed